Okay, let's try this time. This should hopefully be quite a bit better. There. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah, it is a lot better, isn't it? Word up, homies. How's the audio? Well, it's the thing is, it is a lot better, and that's not a good thing because it means that my computer here is on its last legs, which is a little depressing because that means I got to spend more money. So there's that. There's that, which is kind of annoying. But you know what? I'll just drink my Sunny D and we'll enjoy the moment. So I don't know why I didn't have this idea before, but I am live streaming you guys right now with the same setup that I do, excuse me, do the reaction videos to. So hopefully it all is somewhat noticeable. You're right. It is satisfying that way. Meow. Also seems to have much less latency. All right, let's see here. This is probably a lot better, yeah. So I gotta look here, but I read comments here. This is gonna be weird. Ah, you discovered the Who. That's really neat. Yeah, those guys are legit. Yes, I do. Well, not just me, Lisa. All the teachers that work for me, we all teach online. Online. Dancing randomly. Hey. What will be today's subject matter, friends? Sponsor someone in Nigeria? That's pretty cool. Let me take these off, actually. I feel like I'm shouting otherwise. That's pretty cool, Lisa. If you'd like, you can go here. Try that one and register him for voice lessons with Natasha, and we'll get him online and hook him up. Must be Monday. We should do a second stream in the week. I wonder what day of the week we should do it on. I wonder when. Medusa still the champion of the postcards. Good job, Medusa. Yeah, I've been thinking about that too. Yeah, my Monday was a little nuts. Do you guys want to hear my horror story? I have a brutal horror story that happened, which was my band Without Mercy, we have a new record coming out. And I gotta keep remembering to talk here. I see the stream there. I'm trying to multitask it. Actually, you know what I'll do to help? My buddy in film said you do this. He says you go like this. Anyway, I digress. I guess my band has a new album coming out, and it's supposed to drop in 4 days. So we're all really jacked about that. And I've been going back and forth with a printing company to get the CDs made. And back and forth for 3 weeks. It's just been hell. Stuff for them like, oh, your artwork's misaligned, or your master this, or whatever that. And just, it was really a bunch of nonsense that any like legitimate business would have just dealt with on their own. They didn't have to send back and forth. They're just being specific on the tasks they want to do for the amount of money, right? Anyway, I found out like on Friday last week that they told me it can't be done. So this whole thing that we've been doing back and forth for 3 weeks, it can't be done. Not only that, but they'll said that they're lucky if they'll be able to guarantee it before Christmas, because now they're into their Christmas rush. So I was like, okay, I was a little perturbed. And a couple choice words. But I Google searched a different company to do it, and I found this company in Florida, which is why Google is doing their thing. I found a different company in Florida that was able to handle it, and they said to me, yeah, DJ, I just need you to guarantee the artwork by 3 o'clock. Hey, Fancy Pants. If you approve the artwork by 3 o'clock your time, we can get it printed tonight and tomorrow and put it in the mail overnight delivery. You'll have it by Wednesday. So I was like, what? This company in Florida can guarantee it to me, which if you guys don't know geography-wise, Florida is like the furthest east and then the furthest south of another entire country. So that was absurd. So they're going to get it to me on the other coast of a different country in like 2 days. So fingers crossed, man, if that's the case. They were super happy to get my business. They seemed like they were more than willing to work with me on like some minute details, because we're trying to do something a little different. And I was just blown away by that. So thank goodness. Now, true story, because I'm always honest with you guys. I didn't realize they were in Florida because they have 2 branches. I thought it was the one in LA, and I went, well, LA made me think of Medusa because of the postcard, and that's got to be a good sign, so I'll roll with that. And then I didn't realize that when I called the 1-800 number, it actually sent me to freaking Florida. But yeah, they were ready to rock. They were killer dudes. So fingers crossed on that. Yeah, it's crazy times down there, Medusa. So who here knows about our winter solstice Christmas gift exchange idea that we had? Basically, long and short of it was, we wanted to, Janelle and I, my wife, we wanted to start this cool thing where we started sending Christmas cards or gifts or something back and forth to all you guys, because it's just this really fun thing. And we had posted the address of the PO box, and all you guys had to do to get into it was just send a card or a letter or something so that we had a return address on file for you, and then you got added to our list, and we're just going to start sending it. So far, Medusa is the first to do it. Yeah. Medusa, you don't even know what's coming your way. That's going to be the best part. Janelle is so stoked you chose Futurama and her favorite character. So, like, what the hell? What the hell? Oh, sure, Michelle, here. like that. This is hilarious. So yeah, she was super excited. Super excited. You know, just a heads up to anybody wanting to take part in this, that oh, Max, I'm so glad my buddy Max Burridge is here. Max Burridge is this rad guy that does kickboxing. He also is about to teach kickboxing online, which nobody knows yet, but I'm going to tell all of you guys. He's about to teach kickboxing lessons online. So if you guys are looking for an at-home workout and a fun thing to do, Max has some really cool ideas for that. So make sure you guys follow Max or reach out to me on here. I'll let you know. Yes, that is a picture of, I can't really see the angles. Max, I got like 3 screens going, bro, so I'm very confused. This is Hicks and Gracie and myself. Yes, it's a huge, huge, huge moment in my life. Huge moment. And yeah, I basically, Max, there's a company in Florida that said that they would be able to overnight me the CDs in 2 days. They're going to print all the copies we need, get all the stuff done and shrink wrapped, and overnight it in 2 days. I should have them on Wednesday. I had to spend significantly more than I wanted, but I mean, that's a way to earn my business for the future. Like, that's absurd. Yeah, Medusa, you have one of my direct email addresses because we were talking about the postcard. If you're into that, Medusa, just send me an email and Max will hook you up. Max will hook you up. Max is pretty legit. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun indeed. Max is originally from Australia, and he taught me a hilarious thing apparently Aussies say, which, Max, I didn't tell you in the pre-interview. I said it to the guy that interviewed me in Australia, and he laughed his ass off. Oh, it's gonna be something else, man. Pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. So what's our topic of discussion this evening, everyone? I'm hesitant in my voice. I'm hesitant in my voice because I'm afraid of peeking out the mic. I'm wearing my lapel mic down here. What's that thing, DJ? What thing? What thing are we talking about, Mother? Hit me up. What are we talking about? And hopefully this stream is much better than previous, and it sounds better and looks better. All that stuff. Your favorite sign is here. I want to say, but I can't curse on these live streams. They demonetize me if I do. You guys also know what's going on in the world right now, which I won't say that, but apparently when you say the thing that's happening in the world right now, you also get demonetized, which is really, really hilarious. Oh yeah, so actually that's one I can say. The guy knows I'm Canadian, and he asks me like right out the gate, "Hey, Carl's back." Yes, it is officially a live stream because Carl is back. Love it. Hey, Carl. Miss you, man. Miss you. Yeah. So the Australian interview guy asked me straight up. He was like, "How do you feel about the representation of Canadian human bodies and physicality in the media, specifically that of the head separation in South Park?" It was hilarious, and then I just started laughing. It was really good. It was a good time. We got along great. But I mean, stereotypically, I get along really good with Australians often. Good old Carl. Carl knows what's up. Love this guy. It's a fun time we have. When I met Max, I started training at the jiu-jitsu club Matt instructs at, and I got along with Max within pretty much seconds. He was pretty funny. Pretty funny guy. Look at all the people in here tonight. Hope everyone's kicking ass and taking names. I totally did check that out, and I want to shoot a video on it, but the thing is, I couldn't stop watching it. I couldn't stop because I love Pantera, man. I love them, and that was a really freaking hilarious version of it, like a freaking hilarious version. It was so good, man. Yeah, it was pretty good. Honestly, I went in fancy pants. I went in like with hesitation, going like, oh man, if this sucks, I'm gonna have to like just say something about it. And it was actually pretty decent. So I was pretty excited. Pretty excited indeed. So do we universally agree this is the better setup for these now? Is this what I should be doing? I feel like maybe I could even move back more and sit like this. Angle the camera down. I don't know. Yeah, this is definitely the better setup. Yeah, I'm shooting it from my phone, which shoots in 4K, so it makes more sense to do it this way. Makes more sense. Lisa votes yes. All right, so what we need to do here is we need to do the stereotypical shout-outs that we do every live stream to things we got going down. Let's talk about probably the most. This is true. This is true. Medusa in the house with all the the wicked knowledge. I like this. Okay, here we go. I click this. Then I click that. Did you guys see the new reaction video up for all you fans of Nightwish? Here it is. There we go. And there we go. So if anybody needs, this is the community post we did that has the actual P.O. box and address on it. So go ahead and jump over there if you want to grab it and take part in our winter solstice event. We're just calling it a winter event. I don't know what to call it. Christmas, bicentennial. I don't know, man. Go ahead and jump over there if that's something you guys would like to take part of. The idea is you just send a postcard or a letter or something to into the P.O. box, so we get you and we register you on that list, and we start sending you stuff back and forth. It'd make this cool, like, real life pen pal thing come back to life. I think that's the thing that needs to happen. We need to get into this community spirit more. It's something I truly believe in anyway. Absolutely. Non-denominational solstice wintertime event. Wow. Yes. Fit that on a Hallmark. Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. So otherwise, things are well for everyone, I hope. See you later, Fancy Pants. Max knows me, so obviously I am not, but that's a funny way to put it for sure. Oh, Gens. Make sure you fire me an email. Send me an email here. Because that'll catch it, and I'll make sure I do it. This is... I'm excited about this, like, postcard thing idea. It's really neat. I think it's a really, really cool idea. Yeah, I imagine so, Michelle. It's been. Have you guys seen that video of the one stalking the guy that's just going for a hike? It's a weird time, man. Things are weird in the universe. Absolutely, things are weird in the universe. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, Lisa, that's awfully kind of you. Thank you. Wow. 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 It made me smile. Yeah, I think that's a real thing, Michelle. Everything's messed up because like where else are they going to go? They're going to start to get braver and come into like established populated areas for sure. Yeah, John, that one, dude. That's the one I'm talking about for sure. I got a weird question for you guys. This is weird because I'm apprehensive to ask questions like this because I sometimes I don't really like the answer. But hey, you got to be vulnerable with your friends on YouTube, right? What other things can I do on this channel? What other things do you guys want to see? We do reaction videos. That's a massive thing that gets done. Obviously, that's the primo thing we do on here. We have a big surprise coming for you. And if you are subscribed to this channel, please find my Ginger Approved channel because there's some things I can't put on this one that kind of belong on that one. Those are going to be coming soon as well. There's a lot of big changes. Pentatonics is fun. The issue with the newer Pentatonic stuff has been that it gets shattered by the copyright stuff. Oh my goodness, is it brutal. It is absolutely brutal. Same with, what was that other one? Bandmade. I put a video up yesterday that was totally fine, and it got a copyright like warning, and I disputed it, and it was fine with the dispute. But then this morning when I checked it, it was blocked. So we're gonna have to throw the Bandmade up on the Patreon, I guess. But make sure you guys are on the Patreon as well because a lot of the blocked videos are ones that you guys are asking for, and they're making their way over to that one. But I wonder what other things we can do. We can keep doing reaction videos. That's fun. Do you guys want general music lesson stuff? Do you guys want me to bring guests on? Like, what would be a cool other thing that we could bring to this channel for you guys? Music theory. That would be neat. A music theory like thing. Like a music theory, I don't know, perhaps series? Oh, see you, Max. See you, Max. Sorry you're bailing, bro. That's true. Matt, I think. What do you guys think? Should I get Max on here talk about kickboxing and its need for health? I think we should bring it on. I think we'd bring. Holy, whoa, whoa, fancy pants, whoa, dude, wow. Okay. Like, wow. I'm always dumbfounded. Thank you. Okay, that's gonna take a minute. That's gonna take a minute. Whew. Okay. Let me go up a few here. Lessons. Yeah, you guys want to see lessons? Okay. One reason I watch reaction videos is to be able to understand more, to be able to hear things differently. That's cool, Michelle. That's a cool idea. Basic harmonies, for example. I guess many guys aren't too familiar with that. Yeah, like you mean like intervallic harmonies? Stuff like that, Mother? Is that what you mean? Yeah, Carl, I'll break the surprise now. Fancy Pants, that was insane. Thank you. That was awesome. Please, wherever you're going, have a great night. I hope you crush life, and I will see you on the next live stream. Bangkok, Thailand. Dude, hi. Hi. I want to go to Thailand one day. Really, really, really bad. See you, Gens. Have a great night at work. Day at work, depending where you are. It's night for me. It might be day for you. I could do from Vegas. Hey, Vegas. One of my guitar teachers is in Vegas. And Mother's in Germany. I love it. And Jeffy's from Philippines. Man, you guys are from all over. This is great. Oh, thanks, Dave. That's really cool. Technique stuff on instruments. Like, you guys want me to demo some, like, drum stuff or some guitar stuff? Things like that? Oh, good point, Michelle. Good point. Washington State. What's up, Nani? Ohio. I like Ohio. Reno. That's great, too. Philippines, Reno, Washington, Colorado. Man, you guys are everywhere. This is dope. California. Damn, dude. Yeah, thank you for that. Please watch them while you can. They're currently being attacked hard by the YouTube copyright thing. So please enjoy them while you can. If they ever get removed, just head over to the Patreon page. That's where they're going up. When stuff gets removed from here, I throw it up on my Patreon. Philippines. Man, I gotta go to the Philippines one day. Finland, my wife and I have such a dream of seeing Europe. Such a dream of seeing Europe. I think that would be insane. I have so many places I want to see. I don't, like, man, so many places. So many places. This is neat. But you guys want to see, like, some basic El Paso, Texas. El Paso, Texas. Yeah, Jeffy, I gotta go to the Philippines, man. My friend's wife is from the Philippines. I'm in Canada, actually. I'm in a little town called Abbotsford. I'll type it in here. You guys can look that up if you'd like. I'm in a little town. It's a suburb of Vancouver. That's a great conversation, John. I think, and again, I'm still learning this as I go. Washington again. What up, Washington? I'm still learning a lot of this as I go, but I think as far as, like, copyright strikes and stuff go, I don't even know if, like, you get strikes for talking about the strikes. But I think how they work is the owner of the copyright has the say. That's the issue. The owner of the person has the say. I know personally, me as an artist, I have two kind of, like, schools of thought on this. Personally, one, as an artist, I don't give a crap if somebody's going to do reaction videos to me because they're tagging my band. It helps my SEO. It helps my search engine optimization. It helps more people find me. It all well and good, bud. Thank you so much. Like, that's the way I look at it. But I could also see, artists have said before streaming services are not paying their wages and not paying their rents and stuff. And that can be frustrating. But I'm kind of on the perpetual advertising game. So perhaps it's because my band is small. Perhaps that could be why. Not too sure. Oh, Joan, yeah, I'll gladly send you a link to my band. A little fair warning, though, it's a bit more extreme than the stuff we talk about here. Yeah. Once again, everyone, this is the link to the post I did that has the PO box. If you guys want to enter into that cool thing where you send us, hey Danky, good to see you. If you guys want to send us a postcard or whatever to join part of that cool gift exchange thing that we're going to do, just send the thing there. Google algorithms analyze audio streams, so there are too many similarities. Yeah, for sure. That was a thing, Mother, for sure. In my earlier videos, I tended to stop a lot more And I still have been told that I stop more than the average reactor, which is, well, because I want to have stuff to say and I don't want to talk over. uh, Jonathan, we play some of that angry death metal, swing your hair like a jackass kind of stuff. That's what we play. Wow, that's the third time Hemlock has been mentioned to me. Hemlock has been mentioned to me in a day. That is interesting. I'll fire you guys a link to my band. What would you guys like? The most recent video? Was that? Is that a thing? Most recent video sound like a good idea? You guys get to see me in my death metal thing. Here you go. Check it out. I'm actually super proud of this. We shot it in Janelle's friend's backyard. So check that out. Yeah, that's kind of my attitude too, Mother. When I started out, a lot of people kept saying, yeah, of course it's okay to mention other reactors on here. Of course it is. Other people were saying that I stopped too much, but I wanted to talk, and as an artist, I didn't want to talk over it. Kind of stemming from like when I really loved a song or a solo or something, and I was trying to get my friends to listen to it, and they would just talk over the whole bloody thing. Well, then why the hell did I show it to you? Like, I don't know. But yeah, so I just came at it like that. I was just being me, just doing my thing. But it is what it is. Yeah, Michelle. Also, kind of how I feel about that too. Loud and scary. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry guys. That's the kind of music I love to play. Yeah, it's a pretty dope backyard. It's pretty insane. I wish this platform had the ability to share pictures. I would show you guys some of the pictures on it because it was fantastic. It was such a fantastic thing. Yes, I know the charismatic voice. She was really cool. I reached out to her to ask her about some of the copyright things, and she was really helpful. Really helpful. I appreciate that, Nani, but I have been known to stop a lot when I really like it. I tend to also rewind a lot when I really, really like something. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's my goal is to help everybody kind of learn what I nerd out about, so to speak. Michelle, you ain't got a point. I'm the same. It's yeah, I've seen a few because Medusa. I saw a few of those because I researched quite a bit and Googled quite a bit, trying to find a bloody answer to it, and it really seems to be some channels are attacked more than others. Even like you guys know, I run the Ginger Approved channel as well, and even on the Ginger Approved stuff, the some of videos on there got blocked that weren't blocked on here, and then vice versa. That was really weird to me. So it's very interesting. Yeah, I have listened to Dimash Dani. In fact, he's such an honorific member of this channel. I gave him his own playlist. If you look up, yeah, Dave. Yeah, we play aggressive stuff. Actually, that's not a bad idea, Mother. I can't believe I didn't think of that. That's not a bad idea. Yeah, if anybody wants to order or pre-order the digital copy of my band's record, you help me out. Please let me know in the comments if you'd actually like to, and I'll give you guys the link there. That would be an insane freaking collaboration. You know what would be neat though is to see is Dimash and that Diana girl. That would be a neat one to see because they're both from the same relative area of, I don't know, like the world, I guess. That would be an interesting one to see. They have different styles and different round-offs. Do they? I didn't know they did. I had no idea they had the same vocal coach. Really? That explains a lot, actually. This vocal coach is like responsible for just epicness and that kind of culture, maybe. Interesting. I have a lot of collabs I'd like to... Like, I'm a big Devin Townsend fan. And my personal favorite thing was that... I haven't even heard it yet, but I heard that Devin Townsend had this song with Floor on it. Sorry, I'm thinking faster than I can speak. I had a song with Floor on it, and I didn't know that. I gotta go look that up. Cool. Cool, Lisa. I'm sorry, Snay, but I have to put you in timeout if you can't spell the word listen correctly. PTX would win. Oh, there it is. I listened to... That happens a lot, Michelle. Nothing wrong with it. He's catering to... It's just like Lisa said up there. She likes the genre but doesn't like my band. It's completely fine. That's the subjective matter of music, right? Or the subjective taste. That's absolutely okay. Not a bad idea, except there's not much local concerts right now, John. But not a bad idea. Oh, for future. Good idea, John. Yeah. Not gonna lie, your band was heavier than I expected. Thank you. That's actually a huge compliment. That's a huge compliment. I do all day, so the change in tempo was fun. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We like to do messed up stuff. I made that comment on the voice play video before where I had said that I thought that they were amazing at not just singing, but able to sing in character when I did the Oogie Boogie song. Like that's really complicated. That's really complicated to do. Quit life. Don't quit life, Donnie. I haven't checked out the side projects yet. I'm told to check out something called Superfruit that comes up quite a bit, and I plan to do that shortly here. I'm just dealing with so many... I'm not making excuses, just so many technical issues. It's been driving me absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Like, I bought this wonderful new interface to solve my interface problems, and now I don't have a cable that's required to get it or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm so bloody confused. Every computer store I go to and ask for the cable, they tell me the cable doesn't exist. But I'm like, here it is on the box. So I don't really know, man. Oh, no kidding, John. Okay. Okay, no kidding. If John's a tech guy, maybe you can legit solve my problem. So John, I bought this new interface, okay? Because everybody and their grandmother said this was the one. All my guitar friends said this was the one because I have dreams of setting up my home digital recording station and stuff. But that guy uses USB-C, and the iMac that I use everything on is Thunderbolt 2, as best as I can describe. And every time I tried to find an adapter or something, they were like, doesn't exist. It's like, but here it is on the website. Doesn't exist. Okay. So I'm kind of left in the lurch right now how to go about it. I wanted to desperately buy one local. I know that's a pipe dream, but I was trying to support local before I just went to the Apple store and bought their insanely expensive cable online. But yeah, it sounds like my only option is to go to the Apple website and grab it, I guess. Hello, Abdu. Did I say that right? Abdu? What model of the interface? Like the Apollo Twin X? Is that what you're asking? Oh, thank you, Abdu. That's very kind. Apollo Twin X. Yeah. Apollo Twin X. Donnie, I don't understand your question. Like a request to do a reaction video? Thank you, Abdu. That's very kind, man. You're making me smile inside here, which is very important. Oh, there's bloopers. That would be amazing. Donnie, you don't have to pay, my friend. The only thing I ask is that you try and send an email with the request to there, my friend. Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. Send an email there with the request. It's the only way I can keep up with them at all because we get quite a few and they come from all platforms. So the email is really the only one I pay attention to at this point. I work my best, or I do my best to try and work through all the requests, Donnie, because I actually enjoy seeing you guys get excited about your requests being done. So that's really neat. That's really, really neat. Christina, I can help you out with that if that's something you want to do. Absolutely. We do a free music lesson for anybody that wants to just try us out. I did not know I'd been included, Michelle. Can you link me? That would be amazing. John, best I can think is it has a Thunderbolt 2. That's what all of my research has shown me based on the end of the connector. It looks like a Thunderbolt 2. Snay, buddy, I hope you're having a great day, but you're on thin ice, my friend. I'm going to have to kick you from the room if we keep this up, okay? Let's keep it fun. Okay, so I could call it like a Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 adapter. That would be the same thing. If I'm learning. Hi, Shinji. Okay, I'm learning something, John. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, that's kind of where I was at. I'd love to, Ryan. Ryan, I would love to. Big fan of Corey Taylor. Just fire me an email with a specific request there, dude, like the video, like just the YouTube link, and I'll do my best to get on it. Honestly, a Corey Taylor acoustic stuff, man, I remember years ago seeing that video of him doing Snuff live acoustic. That was pretty sick, dude. Big fan of Corey Taylor. His band Slipknot had one album that I don't want to be cliche, but they really changed my life. 100% it changed my life. It was Iowa, by the way. I loved that record. That record was so bloody angry and raw and visceral and just, it was so perfect. And it was like, I don't know if this will make sense to anyone. I'm going to try not nerd out too hard on this, but it was like so perfectly in the era that I needed to hear it, if that makes any sense. Like the age I was, where I was at with life. I was in high school, super unpopular, skinny ginger kid. Oh my God, it was such a perfect record for when I needed to hear it. Christina, of course I do. Just as always, here is the email. Just send a request, like a specific request to the email, and I'll try my best to get to it. Absolutely. Best Buy number. Okay. I'm going to Google it right now since you're here, my man. I'm going to go to the Best Buy website. Jonathan in the house just solving all my problems. Love it. Fingers crossed, anyway. Okay. Oh my God, come on, man. Best Buy's in Mexico now. That's the alert I'm getting. It's a random alert. Congratulations, Mexico. Oh, I see. I see. So, John, that does look like exactly what I need, my friend, and then I would probably just need to get a Thunderbolt 2 cable because it's a female end on this one and a female end on that one as well. Abdu, if you're still in the room, my man, I just got your email. It just came through now. How would you explain to some people with... oh, hang on. Let me scroll up, getting random questions here. How would you explain to some people why his ability to scream vocal fry is something to be appreciated since he's just as impressive when singing acoustic? Ryan, great question. Here's the big thing I would say about Corey Taylor is pre-Iowa, nobody should take any advice from him. Actually, even including Iowa, nobody should ever take any advice from him. When did Subliminal Verses come out? Basically what I am trying to say is there is a whole era of Corey Taylor where he's doing everything wrong and damaging himself and killing himself. The drummer in my band was at a Corey Taylor concert, a Slipknot concert, I think in Vancouver or maybe Seattle or something, where he only got like 5 songs in, and he said to the crowd, "Do you want me to scream the last song anyway?" And they did, and he did, and then he ruined his voice, and the rest of the tour was canceled. But afterwards, he got proper vocal training when things healed, and then he was way better. So vocal fry is a really, really cool thing. If you guys want the 101 on vocal frying, here's what most of the screaming people try and teach you, but they just charge you a shitload of money to tell you how to do this. The first thing they do is they say, sing any note, like that or whatever, excuse me, and they just want you to drop your voice down all of the octaves until your voice starts to crack. And that cracking sound, which if you've ever seen the horror movie The Grudge, like that kind of thing, is the essential basics of vocal fry. Then they use that with breath support, sing over it, and use tongue placement, and that becomes a thing. So Corey Taylor is super dope at his singing acoustic and his clean singing because he would have had to be to make his screaming last this long. if that make any sense at all. Kind of went off on a tangent there, but hope that makes sense. Oh, thanks, Davis. That's really cool of you. That's really cool of you. Enjoy the Bandmade while you can, because they are obliterated by the copyright things, man. It drives me absolutely nuts, because I love that band. I just reacted to Freedom. That's on the channel right now. And that was so much fun. That drum solo was so fun to dissect. Oh, here we go. Dimash do not have the same vocal. They both have Igor, who is a Ukrainian music composer. Oh, okay. That's a cool thing. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll do is I'll try and collab with another one, someone who's got better training than I do in the use of overtones, and get them to help dissect that. I've always connected music on a deep level. Oh, you're welcome, Abdu. You're welcome. Always connected with music on a deep level. Very eclectic taste in music. Not only that means you're amazing if you have an eclectic taste. Even listening to quote-unquote Christian music, there's still so many genres. Contemporary rap. Yep. Donnie, thank you, my friend. I will check that in a moment. Yeah, eclecticism, eclecticness, I don't know what the term would be, but being eclectic in your musical choices is what's so sick. So sick. You could probably read a dictionary to me and would not get bored. Well, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. That's really cool. I had like previous dreams of becoming a voice actor. I don't know if that's a thing or anything, but that'd be neat. I kind of want to. I kind of want to. Can you just like do that? Can you just read books and put it online? Yeah, music does bring across emotions for sure. What do I think of Greta Van Fleet? So Greta Van Fleet is another band that falls in the category of something we were talking earlier, where they're obviously extremely talented. It just didn't speak to me. It didn't grab me in any way. Still talented as all hell, but it didn't speak to me. I thought they got a pretty bum rap in the early days. Last year, or maybe 2 years ago, everyone was just calling them a Led Zeppelin ripoff. At least everyone in my like news feeds and stuff online, they were getting a pretty bum rap, and I just thought that was ridiculous. Hard to believe you do with smoking cigarettes. Yeah, although what's his name? Sully Erna from Godsmack, he has once said that he can't sing unless he's smoked enough that day. So that's interesting. Lisa, I used to be the same, but my wife showed me this guitar player named Brad Paisley, and that son of a bitch could play guitar. Oh my god. Yeah, exactly, Michelle. 100%. That'd be neat. Let me know, Christina, if you have a way to reach out to Avi. I'd love to get him on the channel. What made Chester Bennington so special, or made him special? Okay. Okay, so this is a rough one, Ryan. This is a rough one. I don't like Chester Bennington. I wasn't a fan. I mean, not him as a person, of course. I didn't know him, but I didn't like his screaming stuff at all. But that to be said, I was already really deep into the brutality, already really deep into it. So I was listening to like, I mean, when Linkin Park was a thing, crawling, is that what it's called? Like crawling in my skin. This is what he's doing. So he's just screaming over a vocal fry, or singing a pitch in a vocal fry. I was already knee deep into Pantera and Lamb of God and stuff like that, so I wasn't into what he was doing. But Chester Bennington is an example, honestly, of what happens when you're surrounded by other musicians that are fantastic, and they are laying down all the pads, filling in the holes, so to speak. That was what's really good. If you took Chester on his own and just had him scream a pitch, it would be somewhat boring. But him combined with everybody else and the technical stuff and the hip hop sounds and the equipment that they used made it really, really dope. Because the song requested is a Christian hip hop song. Cool, Donnie, I'm down. Yeah, like, man, I should figure out how to do that. I kind of just want to read one book. If I read one book, would you guys download it? I feel like that. I don't know. I'm losing my place here. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go deep into country as well because, yeah, some of the storytelling is dope. Like, I mean, guys, something gets me a lot of hate sometimes, which is hilarious. Why could you hate someone based on their musical taste? That seems so absurd to me. But I think Garth Brooks is one of the greatest entertainers of the last 30 years. 100%. And have you seen him play guitar? He's actually really good. Yeah, Dave, I agree. Brad can play. He is a beast. I have seen Tina S. I have a very controversial comment about Tina S., so I tend to keep it to myself. Communicate. Oh, well, listen. Opinion, not option. Okay. I'm not sure I understand Ryan, but it's cool. Oh, that's cool, Christina. Yeah, I mean, put us in touch. I don't have Twitter yet. I think we just started one for the Music Academy, but it's super low, like 3 followers or something. Yeah, Dave Pantera, right? I haven't gotten a Precious Death yet. I should. I should. Actually, so I have something in regards to poems. I actually wrote a poem. Something I've never talked about on the channel is last year or so I went through something pretty horrific, and it was a pretty rough thing. A lot of lying, a lot of stealing, and some horrible stuff happened. So I wrote a poem to just basically help me get over it and close that chapter and move on, because I have that weird personality where I'm like, if I've written it down, it's done, it's over now, I can move on. And then I got a voice actor friend of mine to bring it to life, and I told him the backstory, showed him the poem, and he's a very famous voice actor, so he was super into the idea. And um and yeah, sorry, I got really distracted thinking about that. And that's actually been done, and I've made a lyric video for it, like a poetry video for it. And it's been set to some dramatic music and stuff that I wrote and found and collabed on and did this whole thing. And it's ready to go. I'm just basically trying to get the courage to post public. It's sitting on this channel and my other channel in the unlisted category. I'm just trying to work up that. Oh, okay, the Acapella Academy. I should look into that. That's really cool. Okay. I have the book actually. It's right here on my shelf, Abdu. 12 Rules for Life. He's a genius. Jordan Peterson, he's a genius. Very controversial for some people, and I can see why. But the core values of what he's talking about and the way that the brain works, it's helped me out of a lot. I am a fan of both of those, Ryan. Both of those. I think Aaron Lewis got a bum deal a couple years ago on that live video that came out where he's saying something racially controversial. I think he got a bum deal on that because I think the video's taken slightly out of context. But I think they're both fantastic. And my God, man, It's Been a While is a killer song. It's a killer song. Oh yeah, before Trisha and him were together. Yeah, yeah. Garth Brooks that's my life goal, man. I've said before on the channel the we were on tour Without Mercy. That's my death metal band. We were on tour and we were getting to the Regina, and were we in Saskatoon? I always get it mixed up. I think we were in Regina. Yeah, no, we were in Regina. Yeah, we hung out with Troy. That's how I remember. We were getting to Regina, and Garth Brooks was playing in Saskatoon, which is about 3 hours north of Regina. And our drummer and I were trying to convince the other two guys to just drive to Saskatoon to watch Garth Brooks, because I've always wanted to see that son of a bitch in concert, because he just looks at me. I want to meet him. I want to get him on this channel. Man, that guy is a hero to me. Legit a hero to me. I love it. Share the Twitter link. Like, share it here? Yeah. What is it now? What is it now? Pretty sure it's... is that it? Sorry, one sec, guys. Trying to figure it out. There it is. So here it is. Sorry, I'm behind now. You mentioned copyright issues with Bandmate. A friend of mine just reacted to them like 10 times, no copyright hits. Videos. That's true, Davis. It might be because I do try and monetize my videos. That could be the issue for sure. If you could have any singer's voice, whose would it be? You guys are going to hate this answer, but if I could have any singer's voice, I would like to have my true singing voice chiseled out of whatever insecurity realm it is hidden behind and within. I would like to bring that out and find like the real DJ voice to come out, because I think that voice on any artist, if it's perfect, that like if it's perfectly like them, not the perfect voice, but like if it's perfectly the representation of them that was chiseled away or whatever, I think that would translate as honesty to the audience, and honesty breeds only acceptance of an art, which makes you able to do things that are severely more vulnerable. And yeah. Okay. You see reactive PDX. I have not done the aha thing. It is honestly, I was about to, but I stopped myself because it became a joke to my wife and I. I was like, I want to see if this gets to 100 requests, and it got to 106. So I'm gonna do that one pretty soon. Oh, cool, Elijah. I hope you liked that one. That was a neat one. I was super nervous about doing the Oogie Boogie one because I loved that song, and on Halloween night we were carving pumpkins and stuff, and we totally watched the movie again, and I love it. I love Halloween so much, and that I was pointing out to my wife, who was sick of me talking music at the dinner table, which is why this whole channel got started. But I was pointing out to her, like, see the difference between the voice play one and this one, and then I grabbed the laptop, see, listen to the voice play thing here, and listen to this one here. It was really neat. We've only had... Are we going to blow the speaker at the beginning? Yeah. Oh, you're welcome, Ryan. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, Christina. The seventh follower is the most impressive. I don't know if you knew that. Okay. I will try my best. Star Vista. Okay. Good for you, Elijah. Keep it up. Ishana, any idea how I get started in that? Oh, Davis, thanks, buddy. Any idea how I get started in something like that? Like, how? I would love to. I would absolutely love to. And I'm slowly getting the setup to do so. Okay, so that's like the 11th person to tell me to check out Jeff's Blackbird. I should. I should. Thank you, Ishana. I appreciate any help you can help me with. Any help you can help me with? I appreciate anything you can help me with. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Yes, Michelle, I plan to get there soon. I absolutely plan to get there soon. You might see me trail down on the pentatonic stuff for a bit, because my research has shown they have done approximately 1,400, that's an exaggeration, but they did a lot of Christmas stuff, and I'm going to plan to just whitewash Christmas with all that kind of thing. My go-to genre? Like, I mean, if I'm driving, I put on anything brutal that I like. The sad thing for me with the music that I love, like, dominantly off the get-go, is it's still not socially accepted in realms of, like a grocery store won't play it or something like that. That's one of the things, like, at the brick and mortar location of us, we play it all day, every day. And some people have been like, this is weird. And I go, it's not weird. It's just my place, my house, my rules. Sorry. Which has been, some people find it weird, I guess. But my go-to is, I'm really into this band called Shadow of Intent. I'm really into them right now. I find I keep listening to their Reclaimer album. My first ever live concert. Can you count those crappy bands that come to your school? Can you count that? I feel like I should be able to count that. I saw Damage Plan. I saw Pantera. I've seen Lamb of God. I can't remember who was first. I feel like Pantera was first. I do think it's amazing that they have such great ranges. Absolutely. I'd like to, Christine. If you've got more suggestions, fire them in the actual live performance ones. Fire them in the email, man. I will gladly take a look. Thank you so much, Hannah, for jumping in with us. That was really cool. It's really cool to see you. I did catch some of that stripped one. Recently heard Metallica in a supermarket. Well, that's just amazing. That's fair. That's fair, Michelle. They are definitely on some kind of evolutionary path. My advice would be give them 2 years, maybe even 3 years. It tends to be a 3-year cycle a 3 to 5 year cycle in music is typically what it is for artists if they're changing genres. You can use the Taylor Swift paradox. The Taylor Swift paradox is she started as this country artist, but within 5 years of the decision to change, she became slowly more and more into pop, and now we look at what she's at now. The Eurythmics. There you go. There you go, Christina. That should be the email address again if you need it. Reactions@thetemple.ca. Pretty stoked about it. Honestly, I've never been super into Metallica. Can I say that, or is that blasphemy? It didn't speak to me, man. Man, though, did Pantera speak to me. That was... yeah. Whew. This is actually a picture of Dimebag right here in the last ever Vancouver show they did. He's the man. He is the man. Iron Maiden, my opinion on Iron Maiden, Abdu. I mean, Iron Maiden is they're one of the the greatest of all time. I'm not a fan, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not super into that style of metal, but they raise the bar for a lot of stuff. Performance, live shows, the way to conduct yourself in interviews, the way to hold yourself to higher standards, all that stuff. We owe a lot to Iron Maiden, 100%. ZZ Top first concert. Very nice. Davis, that's legit. Manowar, nothing wrong with that. Wow, Ryan coming in with all the hard questions. Thank you, Abdu. It's a blast to discuss with you too. Ryan coming in with all the hard questions. Is Cobain overrated? Okay, in my opinion... No, except years ago they once put him in a guitar magazine as one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. Smells Like Teen Spirit, I believe, was one of the greatest guitar solos of all time, and it outrated Dimebag's. And it was like Dimebag's Cowboys from Hell or Dimebag's Floods or something like that. That I disagreed with wholeheartedly because I do not believe Cobain was a very good guitar player whatsoever. I don't think on any spectrum we can call him a good guitar player. But brilliant songwriter, defined a genre, defined a generation of people. So no, he's not overrated in that standard. If that makes sense. My wife was super into a TV show on a TV show called Bones. She was super into that show for a while, and one of the guys from ZZ Top plays the stepdad or something, or the dad or something. It was really crazy to me. I was like, that's ZZ Top. Yeah, I'm jealous of you guys. I think I was 18 when I went to my first concert. They aren't big here in Abbotsford. This is probably the greatest live stream we've ever done. This is the great, like, you guys are so vocal tonight. I'm having a blast. Ryan's asking great questions. Dave's in here being just a rad dude, meeting Davis for the first time. This is awesome. My older sister and I have radio play debates in the car all the time. She's a little bit country and metal, while I'm more rap, hip hop, classical. Thankfully, we have. Yeah, there you go. Abdu, of course, I will gladly react to music in different cultures. I mean, if I didn't, I would never have found Dimash, to be honest with you. And I certainly wouldn't have found Wagaki Band. Or Baby Metal, for that opinion. The Judies? Yeah, Bandmate is awesome. See you, John. Thank you so much for your advice, my friend. I found it on the United States version of Best Buy, but it is apparently listed as unavailable in the Canadian one. I don't know what that means, but thanks, man. I'll look into it. I appreciate your help, my friend. Good luck with school. Crush it. Destroy. Oh, old Shanty Seaman songs? I dig that stuff, mother. I'm down. Now for the crux. M Shadows and Avenged Sevenfold, the early stuff. Do you think they sold out? Is Sinister Gates one of the better guitar players in rock and metal? And okay. Do I have to answer this one, Ryan? First, let me say this. BTS, yes, I want to do those. In fact, Nani, I have done 2 BTS videos that the millisecond it was done with the upload, they got deleted and removed. Both times. And then I got emails threatening me with strikes. So I don't think I'll ever do BTS again because that was insane. Blackpink I had a lot of fun with, but it got blocked very quickly. So I'll probably predominantly do those onto the Patreon page. So make sure you guys are on the Patreon. Please join the Patreon. Oh man, yeah, mother. My years ago, I had a voice teacher named Billy, and he was making me sing this song in German. I should try and find it. It was unbelievably difficult, but he wanted to get me doing some weird vowel placement thing or something, and that was the only way to do it. And I was trying my best to learn German. I actually grabbed a German tutor just to help me pronounce it better. I'm not qualified because I'm not super familiar with either of them. Okay, so Ryan, here's where I go with Avenged Sevenfold. Okay, here's where I go. I think Avenged Sevenfold could never sell out because they were already sold out when they started as a band. It's a horrible thing to say. I'm sorry. Is Sinister Gates one of the better guitar players in rock and metal? No, I don't think so. But I owe Sinister Gates something. So here's the story. When I first got started teaching, I couldn't land a job that was getting me enough like students to actually make an income that's significant to support myself. But the first place I did get a start was at Canada's largest retail chain for music stuff called Long McQuaid, and they were like Canada's version of Guitar Center if you're in America, if that makes sense. And the place I taught at was physically located across the street from a private school. And from the private school, I got this one Korean kid that came in and was super into Avenged Sevenfold. So he asked me to help him with it. And I started teaching him, like, I think it was Nightmare at the time was the big song. And he was super into that band and super into like how great Sinister Gates was. And because of all the sweeping stuff, we call it sweep arpeggios, like the crazy like. Actually, you know what? You guys are right here. Check it. This is a sweep arpeggio. Let's see if I can angle this camera because it's kind of weird. Uh-oh. I'm going to break stuff. So like a sweep arpeggio essentially looks like this. If I can do this with a lapel mic on, what would be the best way to go about this? Perhaps this direction? Okay, so if I have like a guitar, I could take this one, I could go here, like that, so that's a sweep arpeggio. Arpeggio is a chord, one note at a time. And then the sweeping applies to this hand. Let me back up just a hair. Applies to this hand and how I kind of rake through it. Like that, right? So you can do chords like stuff like that you can do. And you can take chords that are represented that way. And what I usually make my shredder students do is I'll take Let It Be by the Beatles and I'll show them the chords across the neck and they have to sweep arpeggio this, which is actually a really complex thing. I digress. I was super into a guitar player named Jeff Loomis, which you can see is right here and right here. Sorry, right here and stuff. Super into Jeff Loomis, who played in a band called Nevermore. So I started learning Jeff Loomis stuff, which is if this is Sinister Gates, Jeff Loomis is like not in frame for his like what he was writing. He's insane. So when this kid asked me about Sinister Gates, I was like, dude, I'll show you Jeff Loomis. I'll show you Jeff Loomis. And I started getting him to play Jeff Loomis stuff. He went back to school and told all of these kids, and then like within the next month, I had like 30 students asking me to teach them all of this crazy guitar sweeping stuff. So in a way, I actually owe Sinister Gates the majority of my first stages of my career. In a way. It's kind of like indirect, I know, but so that's my take. That was a super long-winded answer. But, yeah, that's my take. Hope that answered your question, bro. Okay, I'm pretty backed up here on questions. Let's see. I'm currently slowly learning the guitar I was practicing before you. Davis, good for you, buddy. Playing guitar is not an age thing. You rule. Keep going. You have any questions, hit me up. I will gladly help you out, my friend. In fact, buried on this channel, because I can't figure out how to organize stuff properly, buried on this channel is a lot of free guitar lessons. Check it out. Just try it. And if you have specific questions over stuff, I'll jump in for you, man. Whatever you need, anytime. Where are we at? I'm going to lean on Patsy Cline, although I said earlier I'm not super into it. Like enough knowledge to really have an opinion, but I think Patsy Cline. Ooh, listen to Socks in the Frying Pan. They are Irish bands. Socks in the Frying Pan? That's amazing. He got me to play. Was that the goal? Oh, man. Well, I don't know, Michelle. You could do it, though. 100% agree about Avenged Sevenfold. I prefer their dad, Jeff Jones. Yep. Joe Bonamassa is amazing. I get a lot of flack on this channel for a video I did, actually. Joe Bonamassa, and I reacted to a Joe Bonamassa song where he's performing with another girl, and she's a killer singer. But I just nerded out hard over Joe Bonamassa. He's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. Great feel, great player, great phrasing, great attitude, great, like, nice guy. Just seriously loves guitar. That is great. Is Santana overrated? I don't want to answer that question. Of course, Ryan. Keep asking questions, buddy. I love them. I'm a sucker for the blues. Joe is awesome. Joe is... Yeah. Beth Hart was the video I did, Michelle. And people are annoyed I didn't talk a lot about Beth Hart. But I'm a guitar guy nerding about a great blues player. I'm working on some of the covers for Jeff. I can play a lot of his stuff because he inspired a whole era of my playing. And he's actually a good friend of mine now, if you guys can believe that or not. He's a really good friend. And anytime I have a question, I just text him and he answers me about, like, no, left pinky on fret 6 or whatever. Solid dude. Solid dude. And, like, he is such a nice human being. Band called Ningen Itsu. Been rocking for 30 years. Okay, I should check them out. Beth Hart, I guess. Yeah, Beth was born to sing. I agree. Beth Hart was amazing. Sweet. Yeah, Beth was born. Great talk. All right, Medusa, thank you so much for joining. That was so much fun. Victor Wooten's amazing bass player. Yes, Mother, I've got that in my email. I need to check them out for sure. Yeah, Christina, I could see that. It's one of my beefs with him too. One of my gripes. You know, what time is it? It's 9:30. Maybe I'll plug in and I'll give you guys a 101. Whatever. I always assumed nobody cared about my playing, but I'll give you guys a 101 on Santana and stuff. Oh snap! He plugged it in. Okay, let's go. Oh, I dropped my mic. Okay. Is that a good volume? I feel like that's pretty loud on my end. I hope it's making it to you guys. Let's see here. Michelle, the extra string is in the lower register, but a lot of people get confused and call this the top of the guitar, but it's actually where the register gets lower, so we call it an extra string in the bass. Same goes for 8 strings, which I happen to have right there. Oh, hang on. Right there. That's an 8 string, and it just adds another one on the lower end of the bass as well. So like Santana, oh my goodness, the camera angles tonight. Okay. It's high class here at Temple. What's that, That's what it is. Which ends up just being your classic blues scale. Like that, so what's really cool is like you can do things in a key, and all a key means is you're setting a parameter of rules that you're allowed to do. 7 notes. So we all know like the do, re, mi, fa, sol thing, right? Like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. 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 So what happens is like when you put something in any key, minor is what tends to sound typically like sadder sounding. So like this is A minor, and the notes are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then another A again, and then just repeats in octaves. But things can be related to each other. So you can take like A natural minor, which means nothing wrong with it, nothing done to it, just straight up. But if I change one note, which is this guy, I'm going to move it to here, I can make it sound Egyptian. Now an octave is the exact same note played at a different pitch. So if I repeat the exact same thing in a higher register, the action that I did gets more profound, or it gets more like exaggerated. So here it is in 1 octave. And then if I keep it going, really Egyptian now. Same can be done with my blues. Very blues sounding. So Stevie Ray Vaughan licks will be like, oops. Oops. little out of tune, but you get the right idea. Yeah, dude, so like what you'll see a lot is like they'll get the scale to do it, right? Like the Egyptian sounding scale, which we call it like Middle Eastern sound, and there's a whole science to like signs of like how it's done and stuff like that. But then what they'll do is they'll do placement of it. So if they do it over top of a ringing note, like, so I play the same thing, a little out. You do a lot of cool stuff with that. If that any of that makes sense. But like the Sinister Gates stuff or the Loomis stuff. Loomis has this really cool thing, goes like this. Okay. So that Loomis does it at a cool tempo, it'd be like, you never get that yet. Oops. Which is really, really, really cool to play, and it looks kind of show-offy. It was neat. A lot of people don't know is that you can represent the major scale, which is this guy, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But it doesn't matter me playing it over there. Like, I can play here if I want. Just changing the note that it starts on. When somebody says playing in key, that's really all it means. You're just changing the starting note. It's another thing I love to play. Something like that. Oh! Something like that. I apologize now for the motion sickness that is about to occur. And we're back. And we're back. Somewhat sideways, but we're back. Oh, man. Sorry, I kind of went off on a nerd tangent there. Hope that was cool with you guys. Hope nobody felt left out or ignored. Let me dissect some of these questions again. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, 7-string. Yes. Animals Leaders are rather amazing. Yes, Davis, they are. I originally hated them when they first came out because I met them and they were all douchebags to me. Every single one of them was rude. Every single one of them was cocky, had something stuck up their butts. But great players, and I appreciate what they're doing to the instrument now too, right? They're pioneering it a lot. Does auto-tune post-production mask inhibit our ability to assess the true vocal talent? Yes, that's exactly the premise of it. I'll bring up Amy Lee, not disrespectfully, but to point out the contrast between album and live voice. No idea about Amy Lee using post-production things in her live, like auto-tune and stuff. No idea about that. I think it's the default of a lot of YouTube reactors as well, is they just go, this person sounds good, must be auto-tune, it's too perfect. I've seen that a lot. I actually, on one point in a Dimash reaction video I did recently, I called out that where I pointed out, like, look, his microphone's plugged in and the auto-tune button's not turned on. I straight called him out because I'm sick of people saying Dimash uses auto-tune all the time. Amy Lee, I don't know. I know Amy Lee is an amazing vocalist, though, conveys a lot of emotion, and I was in an emo phase for a while, so she represents a little bit of that. Cool, Lisa. I hope he's able to. John Lennon or Paul McCartney. John Lennon for provocative thought. Paul McCartney for overall song production. Love the sign, but the answer is now. I was turning Japanese. Safety dance. Yeah, that's good, Christina. That's good. Or am I blind and can't read something behind him because I'm old? Yeah. Nani, I think they mean this sign here originally is what they're talking about, which says surely not everyone was kung fu, or everybody was kung fu fighting. My wife Janelle found that at a store where we were shopping for a couch, and it was hilarious. So I just kind of put it in my office because I just wanted it in my office, and then it became a hit. Carlos is a great stylist for what he does, but he isn't anything earth-shattering the guitar. Yeah, I mean, Dave, he's a competent pro. He plays the blues scale and the minor pentatonic all day. Sometimes uses a different mode. That's what us guitar players call. But yeah, I agree, nothing earth-shattering. Yeah, right. I don't watch The Masked Singer. I have a beef with those shows, to be honest. I have a beef, which was said to me by one of my old vocal coaches back in the day. The beef I have is that whole reality, like The Voice and America's Got Talent or whatever, is that they have a pre-existing set of ideals that they have deemed is air quote good. Like, for example, here I've said I'm not into Carlos Santana. That's DJ, not into Carlos Santana. But to somebody somewhere in the world, he's the greatest thing since Oxygen. That dude is going to inspire this person that is super into them to be great at whatever they do, and not just music. Maybe it's going to be like an engineer or something. Anything. It doesn't matter. So it's subjective. And what I hate is there's probably a large amount of people that didn't fit their criteria to being amazing or world level good, and then they just gave up. And that crushes my soul. You're going to give up because 4 or 5 people at a table, none of which are qualified to be, I'm going to say it as controversial as it is, nobody that sits behind a desk is qualified enough to be shattering someone else's dreams. Not into that concept at all. Because all the people that are insanely good at their craft want to send the elevator back down. So I'm sorry. Paula Abdul going to tell me I can't play guitar? I don't freaking think so. Sorry, this is probably the harshest I've gotten on this channel, but I'm very visceral about my hatred for that crap. I agree, Ragabone Man's pretty dope. Do you think musicians who can play one or more instruments can also sing well, more talented than someone who really focuses on choir training? Well, no, because somebody that focuses on choir training would have that specific technique in mind. It'd be like in the reverse, Ryan. It would be like the reverse of saying somebody that could sing really, really well but kind of dabbled in guitar. Would that mean that they're really better at guitar than somebody who focused on guitar? So the answer is no, I don't believe so. But I do believe they'd have a head start at least at getting better at singing. They would, yeah, because their ear would be developed from multiple instruments that way. For a new bluesy sound, yeah, okay, I agree. Those shows are pre-conceptualized. I wholeheartedly agree. There you go. Being able to play an instrument 100% will aid you better than not being able to play an instrument. Yes. Yes. I have a beef with What's the business of having adult and children in the same competition? Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. There's that famous thing with Dimash in some challenge or something, right? Where he was like pissed that they made him go up against kids and he quit. Yeah, Fozia is good. Fozia is really, really, really good. And plus, like the idea of music, which is considered, I think we can all agree, music is considered an art. The idea of art being a competition is just ridiculous to me. Michelle, that's where I have been. That's where I have. Yeah, I'm not a popular person because when I post a guitar video to my social media or something like that that I'm really excited about, like, hey, I learned to play this thing. Like, I posted one to my Instagram that I'm really excited about, this Jeff Loomis tune called Ashes of Lesser Men. And it's very complicated. There's a lot of like micro movements that are being done. If I post anything, somebody usually finds a kid that has done it and they copy and paste it back over to mine. But I'm always like, the kid's not playing it the way it was written. The kid's flubbing these parts. They're not doing it as it was written. They're effectively doing a lesser complicated version. But I guess we should be okay with that because they're just a kid. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Making stories by combining songs and movie titles. I lucked out by being born in Sydney. That's true. 78 is a great era to be born. I'm born in 83, so I'm a little later than you, but like after you, I guess. But I feel the same about 83. Yeah, 100%. Davis, my oldest guitar student is 84. It used to be 87, but he's recently retired from guitar and moved to just finishing his life kind of thing. Uh, yeah, you can do it, man. You can absolutely do it. Just remember, Davis, you want to learn something called chord families, and then you want to start applying them immediately the same afternoon. That's what you want to do. Application is always the goal in learning guitar, 100%. Yeah, yeah, Michelle, I agree. Hypothetical: you're in a symphony or orchestra. What instrument would you now want to be the most proficient at? Oh, because I'm in the orchestra? Definitely violin. Definitely 100% violin. That thing makes me blubber when somebody does it right. I'm glad playing guitar is a bucket list, David. You crushed that thing, bro. You got this. No, because I firmly believe people like Voice Play and PTX did those performances not for the payoff, like not for whatever the prize was at the end or whatever, but more to bring notoriety and attention to their art and their band and their group because they were already amazingly talented. They did not require these competitions, and they didn't use these competitions as a beacon of whether or not they would be terrible. Like, for example, did PTX, Voice Player, or Home Free, did any of them lose the competition? Because it's important to me if they did. That's where I stand with that stuff. I hate that the people that lost these competitions decided that that meant that they were terrible at music and they would never continue. That is horrible to do to somebody. Absolutely horrible. Well, there you go. Voice Play didn't win? Great. And look at them now. They're beasts. All of them are beasts, and they crush it at what they do. Man, you guys are getting me fired up here. Shut up and play. I should take a look at him. My favorite violinist is easily it's Zach Perlman. I don't even have to think about that. Your daughter plays viola. That means your daughter's amazing. Like, I mean, PTX, we all know they're great, and they knew that they were great. They honestly, I bet they did that show just to get attention to what they did. Yeah, I think that's fair. Interesting. The human voice followed by the French horn. Interesting. Have you guys ever seen Itzhak Perlman play the theme from Schindler's List? If that doesn't affect your soul, I don't know what will, man. I really don't know what will. Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. Yeah, no, it's a powerful movie. I do pretty good until the very end of the movie. Like, the last 10 minutes destroys me. Davis, that's a weird fact too. They've said that guitar purchases and instrument purchases are way up right now. Way up. It's almost like the lockdown. People want to start doing things and learning things, and that's great. Great. It's a powerful movie. It's a must-see, I think. Some must-see movies like Schindler's List. Everybody needs to watch. Saving Private Ryan is pretty decent, but yeah, I agree. Paganini. That's a fair assumption of Paganini. Fair assumption. Eddie Van Halen, man, that sucked. He died this year. That sucked. Interesting. Well, guys, we're going to wind down the last 4 minutes. So if you guys have any crazy questions you guys want to get in, let's grab them in now. Let's talk. Yeah, Davis, exactly. Exactly. Such a masterpiece. It really is. It really, really, really is. You're welcome, Lisa. Said with a question mark. Is that a question? Thanks for all you do. I have a lot of fun hanging with you guys. Hey, happy to have you here, Ryan. That's the beauty of this, man. Please watch it, Nani. You won't regret it. Lisa, we go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Pacific. Anybody wants to join, feel free. It's every Monday, 8 p.m. Pacific. And we're trying to find a second day. Vote has been Thursday nights, but the issue with Thursday nights on my teaching schedule is it would have to be quite a bit later. I've done some surprise streams recently where I just randomly go live, and those have been kind of fun. Hey, Carl, my favorite food straight up is chicken, bro. I don't even care what kind. We were talking about Schindler's List, Michelle. Thank you, Ishana. Hey, Abdu, you're always welcome around. There's a lot of free lessons on the channel, and one of the surprises I have coming in the new year is a lot more free lessons, including, hopefully, an entire curriculum if I can get my head together. And yeah, you're always welcome. Ask questions anytime. You have the email now. Something the OG members on this channel will tell you guys if you're new is I tend to answer every single email eventually. Sometimes it takes me a while, but I tend to answer every email. Thoughts on musicals adapted to movie and vice versa? My first musical I ever saw was Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and that was the Donny Osmond version in Vancouver. That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I like a lot of the Disney rehashes that they're doing. A lot of them are pretty decent, but there's a lot of moments that you're just like, what is going on in this? And it shatters your perspective of the movie. It's kind of where I sit. Janelle makes me watch Fiddler on the Roof at least once a year, and that movie's just way too long for me. Way too long. Yeah, Michael, I hope you do come back. It's always cool having you around, man. Excuse me, guys. Watched Valkyrie with a wife, and then we realized everyone around us was crying. The German school from the town, their parents were... Yeah. Yeah. Did you guys ever hear about the TV... Or the not TV series, but HBO did a miniseries called Band of Brothers. It's one of my favorites. Absolutely love it. And they showed that to freaking showed that to like survivors and the real life guys that were still alive at the time. Man, that show was powerful. No way, Davis. Really? You met Major Winners? Oh, that guy just exudes honor, man. Well, people can slam you for whatever they want, Christina. Like at the end of the day, it's your opinion. It's subjective. That's what it is. That's people like they got to dial it back, man. That's so cool, Davis. That is so cool, man. No worries, Carl. Carl, if we did a second day, when should we do it, man? Please do, Davis, and reach out to me anytime, man. Anytime you want to ask a guitar question or anything. I have a notorious habit for just sending video lessons out to people because they asked a question. It's a notorious habit. Awesome. Guys, when I first started doing these live streams, I think the first one was 30 minutes. Thursday, yeah. Yeah. It's a good point. It's a good point. Okay, I have to make it work. Monday and Thursday? Monday and Thursday. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Okay, let me work it into the schedule. We'll see what we can do. Davis, I promise you this. It is impossible to annoy me with guitar questions. There's quite a few people on the channel that send quite a few emails every week. And if you ever want to jump on an online lesson, Davis, I do teach online. Just let me know, my friend. It's a good point, Christina. I gotta say, when I first started doing these live streams, I stopped in like 30 minutes or 45 minutes because I just didn't think anybody cared and it was not super interactive. But I kept going because you guys had asked for them. And I am shocked that it's been 2 hours. I can't believe it. It feels like it's been 10 minutes. This is crazy. So we'll keep doing them as long as we can. That's the goal. Guys, I'm going to step off now. It's 10 o'clock where I am, and we've been here 2 hours hanging out, talking music, making I just love it. I just love it. So, thank you so much for joining. Guys, this is the proverbial part where I got to drive you to all the socials, so bear with me. Bear with me. Join us on Instagram. Join me on Instagram if you want to get my personal one. I'm up there at Ginger Tornado. Join me on the Patreon. I'm going to put that in here right now. This is the Patreon. So yeah, Patreon and the Instagrams and stuff. Come join us, guys. We are looking to bring in the tiered system to the YouTube because many of you have asked for it, but I'm still waiting. And yeah, don't forget that we're on Discord as well. You can find all the links to that stuff in the descriptions on this video, I believe. Should be there. But wherever you guys are and whatever you're doing, kick ass, take names. Thanks so much for hanging with me, guys. And have a great day. We'll talk